Greetings, everyone. This is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist, back at you with another episode on our podcast slash YouTube channel. On this episode, I want to talk about what has been going on in the news in the last 24 hours. If you've been keeping up, we saw in the last 24 hours, TikTok got banned, and in the same 24 hours, we saw TikTok come back to life. And between these two events, the ban and TikTok coming back to life, there was a lot of trepidation, there was a lot of worry, and there was a lot of concern going on, with TikTok being banned in the US. So on this episode, I just kind of want to go over that and talk about a solution that I've spoken of many, many times on the podcast and on the YouTube channel and on the blog in my writings that we cannot allow ourselves to be caught up in such a vulnerable position where we literally can lose it all. And that's the title of this podcast today is Losing It All Overnight, what the TikTok ban teaches us about owning your platform. I'm going to say that one more time because that is so important today. The title of this episode is Losing It All Overnight, what the TikTok ban teaches us about owning your platform. So let's go. Let's get with it. In the 24-hour period, we saw TikTok, as I said, it was banned due to some concerns with security, with TikTok being a Chinese owned company platform. Certain figures in the US felt that there were implications that Americans' informations could be um, gained from the Chinese government and used in some nefarious ways. That was a concern, or that was the stated reason why the ban was put in place. And there was a lot of back and forth, and the owners of TikTok, Just Dance, I think it's Just Dance. Um, Let me look that up while I'm here. When I get a minute, but I think it's Just Dance or something of that nature. But there was a lot of back and forth wrestling and trying to get a reprieve and trying to get an extension or trying to get the ban wiped out totally. As you know, today is January the 20th, so Mr. Trump has been inaugurated. He is the president of the United States of America, and upon his presidency, he vowed to try to wipe away the ban or get an extension while it is figured out. And one of the conditions when the ban was put in place and they had a deadline, one of the conditions to stop that was that a US a US entity would have to buy TikTok. Therefore, TikTok will fall under the jurisdiction of US business. And we will be able to, this is the stated reason, we will be able to ensure that the Americans' information and data was safely secured. That was the stated reason. But upon Mr. Trump becoming president, he has vowed that he's going to do something about that. Um, this TikTok ban was very, very serious because this was not just a case of people not being able to communicate on the social media platform of their choice, not being able to share short form videos and being able to laugh and watch, these short form videos and thus and so. It was very serious because TikTok represents 7 million small businesses, people who get on TikTok and not just share content for laughter or humor, but this is their business platform. This is their means of securing an income and being able to pay their rent, their mortgage, their utilities, their car note, their take care of their children, take care of their family, put food on the table. So more than just being a band of, young people or people in general being able to share videos and memes and content of that nature. This represents 7 million people who, in the twinkling of an eye, lost their platform and their means to uh, um, run their business enterprise, and they were literally shut down overnight. So that's why the title of this is Losing It All Overnight, what the TikTok ban teaches us about owning your platform. Because those 7 million people on who use TikTok as a platform and became comfortable with that. And I'm not criticizing it because as of this summer, I had begun to use TikTok myself because I saw some advantages of it. As far as the algorithm was a little bit more friendly. You could actually put a business on there, so that was the reason why I got on TikTok. So I'm not criticizing or saying anything about them. Who it is. How it happened to you, but those 7 million people became comfortable and dependent upon TikTok as a platform to host and use for their business enterprise. That was literally gone overnight. And of course, we know TikTok came back 3, 4 hours later. But just for this, just think of for that little moment of time, you was one of those 7 million people. And this is your money maker. This is your bread right here. This is how you take care of yourself. This is rent. This is mortgage. This is utilities. This is car note. This is child care. This is food on the table. This is clothes on your back. This is your living. And imagine yourself being one of those 7 million people. And in the twinkling of an eye, it's gone because a TikTok ban was put in place. And I went to test it out myself. Even though I knew the ban was real, I just wanted to try to get on TikTok just to see for myself. And I got that message, that TikTok has been banned. You can't use it. Da 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 da. And I was like, wow. Hearing about it is one thing, but when you try to go on TikTok and you get that pop-up message and it tells you that this is banned, you can't get on here right now, like, wow, this is really real. And this has so many implications for those of us who get on social media, and rightfully so, you should do this, but who use social media to build platforms and build businesses and build communities and network and engage and build great followings on these platforms, right? That these 7 million small businesses gone, gone. And we hope that it would come back. We hope that some kind of resolution would happen. But just imagine yourself in that moment of time, not knowing how this thing was going to work out. If it was going to stretch out for a few weeks or months while they argue and try to figure this out. But while they're arguing and figuring this out, potentially, your business would have been shut down. You was one of those 7 million people who had a business on TikTok and that was your moneymaker. You was shut down until the politicians and the president figured this out. You could have been shut down. I'm thankful and I'm glad that it did come back in that 3 to 4 hour time frame and it's up and running now. Because man, that got to be really horrifying to see, just everything go literally overnight. So, and then I went on. I didn't know that, or I forgot that CapCut was owned by the owners of TikTok as well. So when TikTok went down, CapCut went out. And if you're not familiar with CapCut, CapCut is an app which allows you to do video editing, add filters, add music, and do a lot of customizing of your video content on your smartphone. And it's a really reliable, good tool for really spicing up your video content. So I was like, wow, TikTok gone, CapCut gone, and wow. But this this situation has a lot of implication for those of us who are digital marketers, those who are content creators, content marketers, email marketers, who are social media marketers. There's a lot of implications because I've been saying this for years, and I've said it last year, and I'll say it this year, and I'll keep on saying it. We have to understand that social media has a lot of great potential. It allows us to get on these platforms and reach millions and potential billions of people whom we may have never reached before outside of our own neighborhood, our city, or our state. Social media allows you through your smartphone to reach people Canada, South America, Mexico, UK, Middle East, Asia, all over the world. Of course, all over the United States. But social media has allowed us to reach out, as they say, and literally touch someone, like the old adage used to say back in the day. Reach out and touch someone, that we really are connected as a society, as a world, digitally, like we've never been connected before. So it's very enticing to get on social media and build a platform up of 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, a million, and to get lulled into a sense of comfortableness with that, thinking, I've made it. I got 500,000 people on my social media pages. I monetize my social media pages. I'm making money. I'm making money through ads. I'm making money through pushing my products. My people are supporting my Patreon. They support my Buy Me a Coffee platform. I got it made. I'm making money. I'm an independent entrepreneur. I'm an independent content creator. I got it, and that's good. That's really really good. It's great and amazing. But as I've said, and I'll say it now, that don't put all your eggs in one basket. Social media is an amazing strategy. It's great. It's a great tool, but don't uh, put all of your eggs in the social media basket, so that when that basket is gone, then you're gone. You've lost it all literally overnight. So I always promote this strategy, and this is my belief, that social media is so cool. Social media is so amazing, but you have to have your own platforms outside of social media that you can lead people to. That means you got to have your own podcast. That means you have to have your own blog. That means you have to have your own website. That means you have to have your own funnel. That means you have to have your own video, ultimately your own video sharing platform, where you can bring people to from social media to your platform. And this allows you also, as you bring people to your own platform, this leads into SEO, because this allows you to build credentials in the search engine, in Google, and being able to be a searchable term. When someone look for something in your particular niche or niche, you can come up on that Google search, and now you're out there now. So that if by chance Facebook goes down, X goes down, Instagram goes down, all these platforms go down, if you got your own blog, if you have your own podcast, if you have your own WordPress website, if you have your own video sharing content distributor, if you have your own ways and things, and you're already trending in Google for your particular search terms or the industry that you're in, all these social media platforms can go down. If you got something backed up, then you just shift, and your people will start looking for you, and they can just find you through Google, or find you straight through your website, your blog, your podcast, your video sharing, and the show goes on. See? So these are things that you have to be thinking of. Do not get lulled into a false sense of security and thinking that, these social media platforms are forever. And even if they don't get shut down themselves, there's so many stories of people being demonetized on YouTube, on social media. There's so many stories because of algorithm issues of people having their pages banned, being shut down, being shadow banned. That's another video that I've recorded talking about shadow bans and shutdowns and algorithms. How a lot of people have gotten caught up in that and have lost everything that way because their page got shut down. Their page got shadow banned. Their reach and engagement was stifled. So these things happen. These things are real. Wouldn't it be terrible if you had built a legit business and you were flying high and making money and being able to, quit your job or retire, and this was your money maker, but for some reason or another, you literally lost it all overnight, and now you're having to start over and trying to figure out how you're going to make it and what you're going to do? Don't be in no vulnerable position like that. Don't get lulled into that false sense of security. As I say again, if you do business on social media right now, that's amazing. I congratulate you for that. Keep doing it. But at the same time, start building your blog on the side. Start creating your podcast on the side. Start building your website on the side. Start figuring out how you can produce an independent video sharing platform of your own. Figure out how you can get your own app. And another thing that is so powerful, a very powerful strategy and a powerful tip that will allow you to survive whatever happens on social media, is you have to build you an email list. Email is still powerful in this time period. This is 2025, and email is still a powerful way of communication with businesses, with people. It's very, very powerful still. See, you can create an email list, and there's a strategy to do that. That may be another video for another message for another time or another video, but just talk about the email strategy just in general without deep diving into it. But you can create an email list, right, of people that's on your social media. You got to have a lead magnet. You got to have something to offer them to get them to sign up for your email list. But you can develop an email list, right? And let's say you got 500,000 people on social media, right? Maybe 100,000 of them may sign up to your email list, right? And let's say, okay, let's use TikTok again as an example. Say you got up to 500,000 people on TikTok. TikTok is your business platform. You make your money on TikTok, right? And then just like Sunday, January the 19th, TikTok was shut down. So your business was shut down. Your moneymaker was shut down, right? If you have a email list that you were running and that you own, then you can send a email to all your 100,000 followers on your email list. You can let them know, hey, TikTok was shut down. I won't be communicating with you through TikTok, blase, blase, but we can communicate here. Also, just want to reroute you to my blog. I want to reroute you to my podcast. I want to reroute you to my website. I want to reroute you to my videos. We'll continue to communicate through email. You can still get my products, thus and so, and thus and so, and thus and so. The show still goes on because you're still communicating with your people, with your tribe, with your audience through the power of that email. So, in addition to building your own blog, your own podcast, your own website, your own video sharing platform, your own app, you got to work on building that email list, family. And I mean, start working on building that email list like today, like right now, like your life depends on it. Because you literally, as this TikTok ban has shown, that it's not make believe or play. You literally can lose it all overnight. All your building, whether it's 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 followers, you can literally lose it all overnight and it's gone. You don't own TikTok. You just renting. You're doing business on TikTok. You don't own Facebook. You're just doing business on Facebook. You don't own X or YouTube. You're just doing business on X or YouTube. So while you're on it, use it to your best advantage, but have something to lead people to outside of the social media platform, so that if this social media goes down, you not going down with it. So that's pretty much the message that I want to give to you, and I'll keep repeating it because repetition drives the point home. Don't be in a vulnerable position, lulling yourself to security, thinking that this social media is always going to be here and that it's safe and that your business, you made it to the top. Because like TikTok went away, what if Facebook go away? And I know you thought, oh man, Facebook ain't going to go nowhere. How many people thought TikTok was going to go somewhere? Even though it came back. But just in that moment of time, the reality, it was gone. And we didn't know how that thing was going to turn. Just imagine, what if Facebook went away? And that's something you've been building on. What if Instagram go away? Because Facebook owns Instagram. So if Facebook go down, I'm sure Instagram will go down behind it. And the other platform they own, I can't think of the other one that Facebook came out with, Threads. I think it's Threads. Whatever the other one, Threads. If not, forgive me, I can't remember what it is. But what if Facebook, Instagram, and Threads went down? And those are something that you built on and have built platform and built community and engagement with your tribe on that, but it's gone overnight. What you gonna do? X go down. What you gonna do? YouTube go down. What you gonna do? And as I say, even if they don't go down, what if you get banned or kicked off of those platforms? What are you going to do? I'll tell you what you're going to do. See, you're going to be proactive. See, you're coming up with a contingency plan right now. Don't stop using these social media platforms. Keep using them. They're very useful tools for community building, relationship building, raising awareness, and getting people to like you and trust you. Great tools. Great tools. Keep using them. But as I said again, and as I close, while you're using them, simultaneously build something for yourself. See, you can do two things at the same time. You can do social media and build for yourself at the same time. You can still post on social media 7 days out of the week. You can post on YouTube, but you can also be telling them in your copy, check out my blog over here. Check out my podcast over here. Check out my website over here. Sign up for my email list. We got a special, a free digital download we're going to give you, but go ahead and sign up for my email list and stay in contact with us. And we got some special things going to be coming out and through our email list. And we just want to keep you in the loop. See, see, now you building up your email list, and you may get it up to 50,000, 75, 100,000, 250,000. That's some digital gold right there. That's cutting out the middleman of social media and allowing you to communicate directly with your audience. Your email list is digital gold. Hold on to it for dear life. So I think I've said everything that I wanted to say. I just want to speak with a sense of urgency to the seriousness of this matter. When I heard that, it was that many people on TikTok doing business, 7 million people, I'm like, that's a lot of folks. That's a lot of folks. Even if it was just 100,000 people, that's a lot of folks. But 7 million human beings who ran their business through TikTok and lost it all overnight, and was probably in the valley of worrying how this was going to work out, because They were at the mercy of politicians trying to figure out and broker a deal. Family, I know I've said it a million times on this video, and I'm going to close out saying it. Family, don't get caught up in a vulnerable position like that. Hear the seriousness in the tone of my voice. Build something for yourself. Do something for yourself with the tools, digital tools that are out there to build an independent brand and platform for yourself while you navigate the social media landscape. Okay. So this is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist. Check me out on my website. That's digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. On that website, you will have access to my blog. You will have access to my podcast. You will have access to my YouTube video channel. You'll be able to download my latest digital book, Building Your Brand and Information Empire with Content. You can also sign up for my email list. And I've been working on some really amazing new content. So if you sign up for my email list, I'm going to start shooting that new content out. If anything happens on social media for whatever reason, I'm already set up and ready to go. You can communicate with me through my podcast, my blog, my email list. I'm ready to go. Okay. So check me out at Digital Marketing with Mustafa. If you have any questions or concerns or something that's going on, just put it in the comments of whichever platform you're checking out this podcast, or if it's on YouTube, put it in the comments that way. And I'll try to look at it and see if it's something I can answer. And if it's to a point of very seriousness, I may dedicate a whole video or podcast to answering your question. I may need to do a deep dive on it. So potentially your question can be the next episode of the podcast, and we'll answer it that way and do a deep dive on it and figure it out. So definitely put those questions and concerns in the comments. And if you want to communicate directly with me, I have an email address. That's let's talk at digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. That's let's talk at digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. You can also go to the website digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com, and the email is on there. If you can't remember it, just go to the website and click on there and email me and tell me what's going on, and we can communicate through email. Maybe we can figure it out, or we can schedule a consultation where we need to go deeper into the situation and figure it out. I'd be more than happy to do that if it needs to come to that. All right, family. Well, that's everything. This is January the 20th. Very, very cold day coming up in the United States of America. Snow coming in Florida, where I'm at, potentially tomorrow. So I'm getting ready to deal with that. But I hope this message was warm and it was insightful and it gave you some actionable steps. And I pray that you hear the sense of urgency in my voice, and you would take a sense of urgency and seriousness and build something for yourself while you're navigating on social media. So losing it all overnight with the TikTok ban teaches us about owning your platform. Peace.